We're getting there. Had to take a grocery delivery, so I'm running a little bit behind, but we are getting there, almost ready. Always turn your lathe by hand to make sure it's not going to hit your tool rest. If you notice, my tool rest is welded because I didn't do that one time. So let's do that. Let's get a good sharpen. All right, who's in? Make sure you say hi in the chat. And we're gonna make some Christmas trees, I think. I'd like to have a little Christmas tree at each table setting at Thanksgiving. So I have a lot to make in a very short time. So we're gonna go fast and get these done. I may not even take them off of centers. I may just do it right here and we'll see what happens. So here we go. Alright, so always wear your face shield. A piece of this flew off and hit my face shield. I didn't even flinch, really. I don't even squint my eyes or anything because I'm just so used to wearing it. So definitely always use it. Mine has the chin and the crown. Highly recommend both of those in a face shield. James Johnson is in. Thanks for stopping in. We're doing great. All right, so I just remembered, I think I can get 2 trees out of this, so I'm definitely going to put it in the chuck. Karif or Carrie is in. Mohammed is in. Thanks for stopping in, everyone. We don't need a huge step for the tenon, just a place for it to go up against. I'm gonna do that. Quick change. I'm going to try to do 0 speed changes to do this. So no coloring. I'm going to try to do it all at the high speed. All right. GR is in. Ooh, I hope I didn't make this too small. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Centers line up. All right, now we can burn rubber. All right, so I've got the outside done, and really there's very minimal sanding. I gotta clean up these points, but using my spindle gouge, it's a really nice surface. Hey Pat, thanks for stopping in. I should probably do a little bit of sanding. We'll do a little bit. First one always takes a little bit longer too, until you get into the groove, figure out what I'm doing. There we go. All right, one down. I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12. I need about 12, I think. Yeah, and I think I left the base a little bit big, so if we want to write a name on the base, I think that'll be cool to have like 12 of these sitting there. Everyone a little bit different. So how I do Christmas trees is I start out with the cone. Otherwise you can get like the middle one is too big. They're out of proportion. So I start out with a good cone and then go from there. Put a small maybe ornament on the top. All right, and then I'll split it into thirds. So about here, just eyeball. Nothing that takes a lot of time. Rezik is in. Thanks for coming in. I like Simple straight lines too. Nothing too embellished. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try take these straight in. Go from there. It might be easier. Still gotta kind of clean it up. Dylan is in. Please enjoy your day. Thank you. I just got a bunch of shavings down my... I forgot to zip up my outer shirt. Oh well. Alright. I think this is done. We're gonna... Actually, I forgot to do some polish on this one. I'm gonna put some polish on this one. And I can probably put that first one back in the chuck real quick just for polish. Just gonna touch a little polish to it real quick. And this is just some abrasive polish or abrasive paste. Just takes a second on such a small piece, but you'll see the difference. So there's this one. I still like this one, but it just makes it shine a little bit, brings out that grain. Yeah, we'll hit this one later. I like it. I like this size. Like for a table setting, that's really perfect. All right, 2 down. Let's get a new piece of wood. This is pear. It's very hard, tough. This is tough wood. Not lending itself to turning in a live stream. This one I got a big knot in it, so we'll see how that goes. I'll probably switch to my bowl gouge for this one. And I am loving my new setup. I can read the chat while made your own personal top. What do you mean personal top? Stillin, what do you need? Stillin or still in the I don't know what your name is getting at there, but what do you mean? There's Todd. Todd, how you doing? I'm going to concentrate for this one on getting that tenon to put it in the chuck. Spin top. Oh gosh, I've made hundreds of spinning tops. I love making spinning tops. That is my favorite. I got wood shavings in my shirt. That's not comfortable. All right, I'm gonna switch to my bowl gouge because of this knot and see what we can do. See how this spins first. I think I need to tighten something up. My belt is not staying tight lately, and it slows way down. I definitely could have chose better for this project. This one is being a little pill. All right. Belt's tight. Where's the fire? I got to go back to. So I am. I do a live stream at my lunch hour, and I have 15 minutes left. So there is a fire. I have to get back to work. And I only have a short amount of time, so here we go. There we go. Now it's smoothing out. Okay. Now, Jaren is in from Germany. Thanks for stopping in. Now I can move it to the chuck. I've got the tenon in there. Mostly. It's a little bit more secure in the chuck. A little bit. Sometimes it's a false security, but should be able to get at least one more, maybe two. Okay. I will probably be doing another live stream tonight. I think. I don't know. But watch for it. If you like this, definitely, while I'm tightening this up, definitely subscribe. Check out the rest of the videos on our channel. We do this kind of stuff a lot and other things. I just recently put out a short with just some highlights from the last 30 days or so. And I was kind of surprised myself at all the different stuff that we do in this shop. All right, let's get this done. So I have to say, we're getting a lot of people call or chat that they want to start, but they're not comfortable using a lathe and the tools because it catches and they've seen it. One thing that I did when I first started is I made the catches happen. The first thing you do if you do catches by not rubbing the bevel, like Potato said, there's other things that definitely make it happen, and you know what it feels like to catch, you're not afraid of it. See, just like that. And once you get it, like once you figure out what a catch is, it's not as scary. And honestly, ooh, what is that? Hopefully there's no worms in there. Honestly, I've got this much hanging over the edge and about 1.5 feet behind it. So the leverage is, it's not going anywhere. So it's not something to be afraid of. Yeah, Lisa, it's not hard to learn. There is some technique to it. It's one of those things like Monopoly. You never really learn everything. There's you can play it or chess or checkers or you can play it, but to master it is takes a lifetime. But if you go back and look at like my first videos, that's when I was learning how to do this. I didn't start knowing what to do. So it's definitely possible for anybody. You don't have to be strong. There's just many, many people out there, many different levels. There was a pretty good catch. Took the edge right off of that. All right, that's not going to hurt us too bad. I'm going to probably catch on that knot right there, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. And I'd really like to leave that knot in there. I might make this one extra long because I love that. So I'm going to figure out how to do that. This piece is extra tough. I don't know. This wood is just so hard. I'm not used to it. And a lot of wood turning also is just problem solving. Like, you can see what you want, and how do you get there? All right. Yeah, spinning top. I made some spinning top Christmas trees, and I was thinking about how to do that. And I think the best way would be a separate base that you stick it into. All right, I think this may be my favorite. I love that look. That is cool. I'm gonna make a couple more like this. That is cool. I love that one. They're not all equally spaced, but if you start out with that cone, and then any shape you make is gonna be even. So we're not gonna make any more today. I gotta get back to work. But if you check back later tonight, we'll probably do some more. We made a few little Christmas trees here. You know what I am gonna do though? I am going to take this out, put this one back in, and put some polish on that. So let me see if I can get that to work. And this is the cool thing about wood turning. Like, this is what we're starting with. This kind of firewood, not even like as good as this, and you're ending up with a beautiful, perfectly round piece. There's just something about that that is very satisfying. Oh, this isn't gonna fit in there. I already know, it's too small. So, all right, we made some Christmas trees. Check us out later. We're gonna be making more. I gotta make 12 and I've got 3 made. So definitely check us out. We'll be making more tonight, and check back later. I have got to get back to work. So thank you so much for stopping in. Check out our channel, see everything that we do. We do all kinds of stuff. And I want everyone here to remember, you have purpose, you have value, and you are loved. God bless.